Hi guys, in this video I am going to teach you a super simple way to get confirmation from spirit. And this goes for confirming something with your oversoul or your higher self or your spirit guides or any being or any energetic frequency that you are trying to connect with and glean wisdom from. And it's so easy. And it really actually is empowering too, which I appreciate. I'm always looking for how to do things like this in a way that allows us to keep all of our power, because I do believe we are all sparks of God. And a lot of times what I notice is in videos when it talks about trying to communicate with anything spiritual, it's like almost like a passive sport, like bird watching. And I cannot explain you enough how much I can't get behind that. That's insane. We are all creator gods. This is a co-creation. All of this. You are just as much in charge of creating any kind of exchange or dialogue as the being that you're communicating with. To say that, you need to wait and watch and glean synchronicities like somebody chasing a butterfly with a net, can you see how that, to me, is really distorted? And it's really kind of like saying that I'm powerless, but I'm gonna beg spirit, I'm gonna beg my higher self for this answer, and then hope and wish and look around and scurry for scraps, right? No way. I don't believe that. It doesn't align anything like truth for me. So try this. It is so much more empowering and it's incredibly effective. So if you're here and you're new, my name is Susan. I mentor spiritually awakening women. I was born clairvoyant. I had a really crazy time growing up. And thanks to a near-death experience in 2017 from chronic Lyme disease, I had a complete change in perception. And now this is what I do for a living. I spiritually mentor awakening women. So welcome, you guys. So this is the deal. This is about intention and about co-creating the conversation. So I'll give you an example. A lot of times, like when you first wake up or as you're going to sleep, that's such a good time to have a glimpse of wisdom or get answers or clarity. It's that time when you're slipping into sleep and then when you're first coming out of it, when we are most aware of our multidimensional selves, when we're most aware of the fact that our spirit goes well beyond just this body in this lifetime. So we're most aligned with that during those two really slim and beautiful periods of time. So when I awoke, I immediately saw this beautiful being right over my bed. And often the way I'll see angels, it's not often I see them as you and I would think of them, like on a Hallmark card. More frequently, I'll actually see them as circles of just like gorgeous, rich colored light. And it could be, if you think of like a core color with, different rings of other colors, not evenly spaced or anything, but just like that. To me, when I see angels most of the time, it's really just like a collection or a hub or a nucleus of just impossibly rich colors. So I awoke and just this huge glorious angel was just all across my ceiling, right over my bed. And I, tried to take it in as best I could. I tried to commit those colors to memory. And also with my heart, leading with my emotions, just kind of take it in. What did this energy feel like? So, because obviously what I wanted to know was, which angel was this? And you may see angels in a different way. Please trust that. We are all completely different in the way that we discern spiritual energy. So take what I'm saying and do apply it to you. So when the moment passed and I had kind of done my best to be in that moment and take it in and commit it to memory and feel that energy signature, I sat up and I immediately started just talking. That's kind of like how I pray, is I'm talking. And I just immediately started saying, thank you so much. Thank you to my higher self, to my guides, and thank you to this being. I'm so grateful you came to visit me today, and I am here by setting my intention that before I go to bed tonight, if this is Archangel Ariel, I will see a clear as day example, in whatever way it is, of a golden rose. So here's the deal. I had my best sense. I thought it was Archangel Ariel. And so what I did was I stated my intention super clearly. I said, before I go to bed tonight, I will get confirmation from you in this way. And then I picked something specific enough to know it couldn't be coincidence. And I picked a golden rose because the bulk of that color actually of her energy was this blazing golden light with some other kind of rainbow colors around that. So that's what I did. I picked something too specific to be coincidence, and I stated my intention. I said, by the time I go to bed tonight, I will know with you that if this is Archangel Ariel, I will see, this is my phrase, I say, I'll see a neon obvious. That's just like, whatever. Please use your language, but I'll see a neon obvious example of a golden rose. And that's it. And then I said, thank you again, and I went about my day. I honestly didn't think about it again until my second son came home from school and he was trying to figure out this iPad game. And my one son, is very much a boy's boy, like a stereotypical bam bam. I mean, really. So keep that in mind as I tell you what happened. It's phenomenal. So he came up to me, he's like, can you help me with this game? I have to pick one word on each of these 3 wheels. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. So he couldn't, read at the time. So I took the first wheel and I started scrolling along and reading out the words as they came. And I came across the word golden. And I was like, it just hit me like, whoa, no way. But, I immediately, as I was saying it, did not tip my hand, didn't make that word extra convincing or anything. I just said golden. I'm thinking, he's not going to pick golden. That's too, sparkly and feminine or whatever. And he said, stop, golden. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, so are we going to find the word rose in this next wheel? And totally happened. And I thought, you know what, though? In what world will Wyatt pick the word rose? Like, there's just no way. So I go and I read the words, and sure enough, rose comes up, and it's probably the only time in this boy's life he has ever picked something that would be considered traditionally so feminine. He's like, rose. And I was like, you can literally not make this up. Really. So you get what I'm saying. If you have a hunch or you have a question, you are creating this exchange and this dialogue. You and this being. You are not bird watching. You are not trying to just catch a butterfly with a net. State your intention to get clarity or an answer or confirmation, whatever it is. Give it a timeline. I typically say before I go to bed tonight. And then create the way that you are going to get this clarity or confirmation. Select a circumstance that you'll know is specific enough that there's no way it's coincidence. And then, truly, this is the hard part, you relax and allow your day to flow. And after you do set that intention, it is your job to relax, allow, and observe. But only after you have gathered your power up and created the framework for the rest of that conversation to go down. So I hope this helps. I want you to give it a try. This works. That might sound far-fetched, but it isn't. And that's because you are half of these conversations. You are one of two authors of any kind of conversation like this. And I want you to prove it to yourself. Try this out. Let me know how it goes. I love you all. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. If you're a woman, please join me in my group. We do live Q&As every Thursday. I'd love to see you in Divining Women on Facebook. Take care.